Hi, my name is Randy Silverman. I'm the head of preservation at the Marriott Library. I'd like to share with you the story of the President's Honorary Degree Book, which is a historic object revered by the university and used every year. So the Honorary Degree Book is used by the President to record the recipients of honorary degrees from the University of Utah. And it was begun in 1892. This is the original book, and each year the President takes the book and adds signatures of the recipients. And so in 1892, it was John R. Park, for whom the Park Building is named, who received a Doctor of Laws degree, and it was an honorary degree. So the tradition of awarding these degrees and recording the person who, getting their signature, who received the degree, goes back over a century. So in the latter part of this book's history, we were running out of space. And so in 2000, and I think 13 is the last year, we filled the book up. And so the President's office came to Marriott Library and said, we'd sure like some help creating another one. And so we worked to create the replacement book. And so this is the replacement honorary degree book. And it was a project that involved a number of people. This is covered in leather. The end papers are handmade. The calligraphy is by Sheila Waters, who is a renowned international calligraphy artist. She was the wife of Peter Waters, who was the head of conservation at the Library of Congress, which is how I know her. And she is an incredible talent. And so we worked on the process of designing this book for some time. So this is volume 2, and Sheila did the layout of this. The emblem is the university's emblem, which we copied from the original. And in this case, it was executed for us by Gottschall's Engraving here in Salt Lake City. And so it's a multi-step process where they have to create a blind stamped image. They print the red, and then they gold stamp the embossed three-dimensional image. So in the first year of the transition, we crossed over, and Sheila did the calligraphy for the new book. And in the following years, we're relying on the talents of a local calligrapher to follow her style. So in 2018, the Barbara L. Tanner received a Doctor of Humanities of Humane Letters, and that award was presented last night, in fact. And Barbara L. Tanner is quite a wonderful philanthropist and supporter of, like, the Gina Bachauer piano competition. She was 101 years old receiving the award last night. It was fabulous to see. And Raymond Uno, who was the first ethnic minority judge in Salt Lake City, was interred in the Japanese internment camp in Topaz, and has had a long and very an incredibly positive effect on Salt Lake City and the state of Utah, and has been involved with the university. Both are graduates of the university, which I don't think is always the case, but a project like this is a little unusual. We generally are repairing the collection owned by the University of Utah. Sometimes we are asked to do something a little out of the ordinary, like this book. In the case of this book, the books reside in the Marriott Library's Rare Book Vault year long. And the process is, as soon as the names are known as to who would receive this year's awards, and the process goes through the President's Office and the Board of Trustees, and so there's agreements at a very high level. So once they've established who's going to receive the awards, the names are given to me. I transfer them to Liz, the calligrapher, and she works without a net. I mean, you can't make a mistake in this book. Every page has a year and Gottschall's emblem on it. And so the year has been pre-done. The years were done by Sheila Waters, but the actual calligraphy for each year is done here, defining who the recipient will be and what the award is. And so it makes it nice and legible, so we can tell in the future who these very prestigious and important recipients are. And so when the book has been signed again in the President's Office, so the President had the recipients sign this book in the last couple of days. The awards were given last night, and I picked the book up today from the President's Office, and it will go back into the Marriott Library vault until next year, and so the process will begin again. And so we're involved in keeping the legacy safe here in the library, and also contributing to the addition of the new names each year.